How's everybody doing out there? Reggie Redfern here, breakthroughconscious.com. Talking to you today about breaking through the slavery, escaping the slavery of your own mind. Okay, so what do I mean by that, and what is all of this mindset talk? Well, first of all, let me make a couple of pointers. I speak so much about mindset because, folks, trust and believe you me, the most important thing about building a business, being an entrepreneur, living up to your potential, it's all about your mindset. The most imperative element to all of this is belief. And I've spoken to you before in my other videos, belief is an action word. Believe is an action word. So if you have the proper belief, you'll take the proper steps to bring your destiny, your dreams, your passions, your goals to manifestation. So how are we enslaved in our minds? Okay, most of us, this is something that's unconscious. You know, it's something that begins at childhood. We begin being taught things that our parents and our grandparents have taught them that are limiting, enslaving thought processes or thinking. Okay, like if it's too good to be true, it probably is. What kind of garbage is that? Or money doesn't grow on trees. These are just a couple examples. Okay, and so when I say you're enslaved in your mind, what I'm saying is most of us behave as society tells us to. Most of us think what society tells us to think. Okay? Most of you, you accept life as it comes. We just take what life gives us as the status quo and accept it. I'm here to tell you guys, life will give you whatever you are willing to settle for. Simple and plain. Okay? So it is a must that you get out of these mindsets and this way of thinking, the way that society tells you to think. We do what they tell us to do. We respond how they tell us we should respond. And when I say they, I mean society, just the social norms. Okay, let me give you a perfect example. Okay, I was recently at a party, right? And there's everybody at this party. There's black people, there's white people, there's Asian people, there's men, there's women, right? And so there's a very attractive young white girl, and nothing against white girls. I think they're beautiful. Okay, just as I think I like women. So, but there's a white girl in the room, right? And to make a long story short, she was attractive. She was very attractive. So all of the single guys are clamoring over her, and everybody's got a comment. And, you know, she's a young girl, so personally, I'll give her a pass. But this is what even as a young person, you need to begin training yourself to get out of these ignorant mindsets. So she said something that I had to speak on, even though everybody was drinking and having a good time. Okay, so one of the brothers at the party comments on this girl's body. And, girl, you got a frame. Ooh, you this, you that, and the other. And then the girl says, yeah, I don't have a body like a white girl. And I had to step in. Despite that everybody was partying and drinking, sometimes you just have to open your mouth and speak what's on a higher level just because, the opportunity presented itself. So I looked at her and I said, why would you say something like that? How is that even possible? How is it that you're a white girl, you have the body that you have, and not have a body like a white girl? You have a body like a white girl. You're a white girl with that body. So obviously white girls have that type of body. You know what she says? She says, I have a body like a black girl though. And I said, no, you don't. And let me tell you why I said it like that, y'all. Forgive me, but and this is not a racial thing. It's like I said, it's a societal thought process. Because why did she say she had a body like a black girl? Because that's what society tells you nowadays is cool. It's no different than all of the brothers that are walking around with dreadlocks. Look, I'm a North Carolinian, I'm a country boy, but I'm originally from New York. Okay, and I remember when I was a young boy, my mother had a lot of Jamaican friends and Jamaican family members, and all of them Rosses wore dreadlocks. And it wasn't a fad. They wore dreadlocks because it was a part of their culture. Now you got every brother and his grandma. You go to the club, you have a group of 10 brothers. All of them got dreadlocks and white tees. Because they're followers. Stop being followers. Because now dreadlocks is cool, everybody wants dreadlocks. You don't want dreadlocks. You want what's cool. And in relation to the white girl with the black girl body, my problem with that is don't be me. Don't be like me. Don't be like us when it's convenient for you. See, society tells her that the in thing is a black girl body, the J-Lo body, the curves, the booty. Now you got every little white girl with a little meat on her butt talking about she got a body like a black girl. You got suburban kids who live in, middle-class families walking around with their pants hanging off their butt, white boys with dreadlocks, and they call each other nigga. This is because it's cool. Well, I have a problem with that because I don't want you to be me when it's convenient, so you can conveniently not be me when it's inconvenient. Like not too very long ago, I'm old enough to remember a day and age when, all that booty and all that hip and them big fat lips that black and ethnic women was toting wasn't cool. White girls weren't walking around talking about they got a body like a black girl. They was doing anything they could to have the smallest butt possible. Now they paying good money to get big lips and big butts because it's cool and it's convenient. And it's what society tells you is cool and the way you want to be. Now, what she needs to do is think outside of the box and stop letting society control her thinking and say, hey, I may not have the average white girl body. I have a curvaceous body. It's a white girl body, and I'm proud of it. Regardless to what is or isn't a white girl body, I'm proud of my curves. That's present. That's acknowledging of yourself and of your assets, I guess, your physical assets. But keep it where it's at. It's a white girl body. Why it gotta be a black girl body? That's just a quick example of what I mean by how society trains your thoughts. And then when you go for it, society tells you you were here to work a job. So that's what you get up every day and you think. You go out and you work your job. Society never told you were here to impact lives. So you don't think you're here to impact lives. Really? Well, I'm here to impact lives. I'm not here to work a job. I'm not here to live my life punching a clock. And that's it. You have to live for something, folks. Or else you're just existing. Anybody can survive. Survival isn't living. Society told you you should survive, not live. Be grateful you have a job and a paycheck every 2 weeks so you can pay your bills. It's the same concept in entrepreneurship, y'all. People want to be an entrepreneur when it's convenient for them. It doesn't work that way. See, you want the convenient side of an entrepreneur. So what is that? That's the endless bank account, right? The endless flow of money. So everybody wants to be an entrepreneur where it pertains to an endless flow of money. Everybody wants to be an entrepreneur where it pertains to time freedom and the ability to have a greater impact and a more active role in your children's lives and traveling the world and all of these great things about being an entrepreneur. This is the convenient stuff. Everybody wants that. But is everybody willing to do all of those inconvenient things that made that entrepreneur? Like the nights that entrepreneur spent up all night long working on and in their business in the beginning? Or the uncertainty of a paycheck? Because some people say they want to be an entrepreneur. Some of y'all say you want to be an entrepreneur, but you can't get out of the wage earner mindset. So you can't grasp the concept of putting in work and not getting a paycheck for it because society has trained your mind to think that when you work, as long as you are on site, you should be earning money. That's exchanging time for money. Well, entrepreneurship don't work like that. The truth of the matter, y'all, is in traditional business. Do you know that in traditional business, if you get into the black, which is in the profit, in 5 years, you're considered a successful business? Entrepreneurs make an investment and then they wait 5 years before that investment pays itself back and begins earning a profit. But people don't want to wait 5 years. People don't want to wait any time. They want instant gratification. That's not the way entrepreneurship works. So, how do you get out of that mindset? How do you get out of that mindset? How do you get out of the enslavery of your own mind? Well, let's talk about that a little bit. There's a couple of things that you can do, okay?